Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss about the all-new Yamaha R15 version 4 and R15M. Yamaha has finally launched the new version of its popular sport bike. This is the Yamaha R15 V4. In fact, this is the global debut of this new R15, which means India is the first market where the version 4 has been launched. So what's new with this baby SuperSports bike and what has stayed the same? But before we go any further, now would be a good time to click on that subscribe button and also hit that little bell icon, because we have a lot of videos coming your way. And believe me, you will miss out on any of them. So what's new? But of course, the most obvious change is the design of this new urban fire. Now it has been inspired by the likes of the Yamaha R7, and it did that front-end design with its split headlight for a single bifunction headlight that sits in the center of that air vent, and it's flanked by anything else on either side. Even the side panels are new and have been inspired by the A7, and Yamaha says that these provide better aerodynamics when on the move. Now, while the tail itself is also new, it doesn't look quite like the one on the outgoing version 3 with its floating fin-like panels at the back. The R15 version 4 also gets an all-new digital instrument cluster, which Yamaha says has been inspired by the one from the other one. Of course, only a single color unit, not a full color display. It also gets Bluetooth connectivity, so you can connect it to your phone and you get the typical of iconic features on the app. And apart from that, once connected, it will also show you incoming call and message alerts, as well as the level of your mobile phone's battery on the display. The display also has got a lap timer and riding modes, track and street. Of course, it's important that these are not riding modes for the motorcycle, but modes for the display. And there's also a new shift light in place, which we think looks like the one from the time they do not 6 every 5. Those R15 version 4 continues to run on the same shelterbox claim that you got on the previous gen mic. It finally gets an upside-down fork that the version 3 got in its international space now. While the tail itself is also new, it doesn't look quite like the one on the outgoing version 3 with its floating fin-like panels at the back. And this fork looks very tasty in its golden color indeed. And while the suspension continues to be the same, it finally gets a cast aluminium gull wing swing arm. Not that simple. A box fitness program that we got on the Indian version of the R15 V4, which means the R15's legendary handling should be even better now. Now, the other big update for this hour on for is our traction control system now. Well, I suspect that this will be a fairly rudimentary system. The R15 will be the smallest capacitor bank in India to get traction control. And there's also a quick shifter on offer. Of course, it's only for upshifts, not for downshifts, but it comes as standard on the racing blue color as well as the inversion. Come into things that have stayed the same, and the biggest one of those, of course, is the engine. This Island 5 version 4 still runs the same 155cc liquid-cooled 4-valve single in the model that gets variable valve actuation. And while torque has stayed the same, power seems to have reduced by a little bit, 0.2% to be precise. And why that's happened is still a bit of a mystery. And talking about other things that have stayed the same, you still got the same brakes at both ends and dual-channel ABS as standard. There are some new badges around the bike, as well as a different texture for the seat, and you get some great color on the swing arm and the exhaust. So while this is not a huge upgrade to the R15 Yamaha, India seemed to have fixed all the little things that were missing on the version 3. And so now, in a sense, the R15 V4 feels like a lot more complete motorcycle, and the best part is you aren't paying all that much extra for these upgrades. Prices start at Rs 1.68 lakh for the base metallic red variant, which is about 10,000 rupees more than the starting price of the version 3. And the prices get progressively more for each color option. The most expensive being the MotoGP-inspired Monster in the delivery that comes in at Rs 1.8 lakh. In Bangladesh it costs 5.5 lakh taka approximately. So what's your take on the new R15 version 4? Do you think all these upgrades are worth the extra asking price? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm pleased you're watching my full video as always. Thank you so much.